Hey, what's up all you cats and kittens? Grab your mittens, or don't, because it's actually getting nice out, which is good because we are back with just a little bit more of Iron Fist summer song stuff. Okay, when last we met, Mike was finishing off the previous episode by saying that he wasn't really sure what was going on in the chorus yet. So this first little bit that I have to film is just going to be going through the chorus chord progressions. So what we're talking about is we're going to be on A for gonna rock, rock, rock and roll all through the D, E. I'm gonna rock, rock, rock and roll all through the D, E. Back to A, A, and then E. Back to A and then to D. I'm gonna A. That's how that works. I'm gonna rock, rock, rock and roll all through the summer. I'm gonna rock, rock, rock and roll all through the summer. From the backyard to the beach, I know the good times always are in reach. I'm gonna rock, rock, rock and roll all through the summer. And so forth. That's how the chorus goes.
Hi, Crime Stoppers! I'm back. Did you miss me? So I'm going to pick up with where Scott just left off and just try to work that out a little bit more clearly because I wasn't clear.
Now I am clear. Call me the Invisible Man.
Let's grab the axe and go chop some wood. So we're doing, it's a 1-4-5 song, and it's pretty simple, but fun as well. So what he's trying to replicate on the piano, I'm doing this way. Someday I should really learn how to play the guitar. So it's just A, D, E, as he said. And then I thought he said A and D, but I believe it's A and E, like arts and entertainment, like the network. Ooh, that was a weird chord. So I'm trying to be visceral and not overthink this. That's a big word. I'm trying to just go with my instincts and interpret and translate what he's doing. And part of it is that I admit I may just not be completely getting what he's saying. So there's that too. But let's see if I can pull this off. We're gonna rock, rock, rock and roll all through the summer. We're gonna rock, rock, rock and roll all through the summer. From the backyard to the beach, we're gonna good times always are in reach. Gonna rock, rock, rock and roll all through the summer. So that kind of works, and it's not exactly what he did, I'm sure, but it's pretty cool. Now, I have no idea what I did before in the verse, but that's okay, because we're just kind of stitching this all together and making it make some sense. So let me do it again and just see if I can play it more accurately. Yeah, that works. That works. Again, not trying to sing it and play it, because that's like walking and chewing gum while you're trying to pat your head. And that's more than I'm capable of.
Okay, going out of order here. If that bit was the chorus, then I have at least an idea for the intro. So Mike had been fooling around with this, what did I say? It reminded me a little bit of Ladies' Room, with that whatever finger he puts down. So on the A chord, and then the D. So what I'm hearing, and this is where the collaboration process really comes into play, because this may not be at all what Mike is hearing. Us going back and forth like this, with a time delay between me sending these videos to him and then him doing his portion of it, means that we may have different ideas about how this whole thing is going to come together. But that's part of the fun. When we're together, writing stuff.
Excuse me.
You can edit that burp out. That was just a little bit of repeat on breakfast. When we're together, working on songs, whether it's on his couch in a living room, whether it's around a campfire, we can work like really efficiently, and the ideas can sort of fly back and forth pretty quickly. Here in this kind of format, I'm at work, I'm just back from spring break. He's at work doing whatever it is he does. So the collaboration between us needs to be a lot of give and take, as always. This is going to be my idea for how the intro might go. So I'm hearing it just as the guitar twice through. Maybe that could be short. So anyway, twice through like that, and then I hear the bass really slamming in. So from the beginning again, like. And once the bass slams in, you start to get the snare flams on 2 and 4. So. These aren't flams because I'm still holding this, but really nice big hits. Like that. So I think from my perspective, that can work at least as part of the intro. It's catchy right from the get-go. It has the 1-4-1 that's, what we're doing a lot of in this. Really, with just these 3 chords, this is sort of becoming a mashup of, like, I don't know, Ramones. I don't even really listen to Ramones, but it sort of has that flavor with that blues-based 3 chords. And then I said something about putting those Beach Boys harmonies in. So anyway, that's my idea for some sort of introductory stuff. Got to get back and tackle the lyrics and get sent off to him what my ideas are. So that'll probably come next.
Okay, the song intro. Picking up on what Scott was talking about here. So he mentioned, was it Ladies' Room, I believe it was, which goes like this. And that's not what I was playing. I knew it was reminiscent of something, and I thought about it for a little while. Let's see if you can name that tune. You know what that is? It's Kiss. It's from Paul Stanley's solo album, It's Alright. If you want me, it's alright if you need me. So that was not what I was wanting to do. So I like where he's going with this as far as taking it a little different direction. I got to think about that a little bit because I want to take it further away from It's Alright, but keep true to what he's saying. And well, I just got stuff to think about. I've spent a little time thinking.
I admit it hurt a little bit.
And I spent a little time noodling, and diddling and piddling and basically came up with a couple of ideas. So I'm going to run these by you and see what you think. That works, and I think that keeps in line with what Scott is thinking. But I want to change something, and rather than going to the E here, I want to go here. I just hear how that feels. I think that builds into the song better, so then when we come back down to the A, it's going to flow better. Again, we're sticking with the 1, the 4, and the 5, but sometimes you want to go up the octave rather than down. So I got an idea. I'm going to try something, so give me a second to record that into the DAW, and I'm going to add a little something and see if it works. I'll be right back. Let's see what we got now. Okay, so I've been fiddling with this. I'm just adding a second guitar. Now let's put that with the first guitar and see what we get. Not sure you could hear that first guitar well enough, so let me turn that up just a little bit, and we'll do it again. I don't have a click in here, so it's really hard to get started on time. I like it. Biggest fear in songwriting is being too derivative. And I was just talking to Scott about that the other day, is while he listens to a lot of music and expands his vocabulary, I don't, as we've mentioned in the series before. I go based upon what's drilled into my brain from the 70s and the 80s particularly. I was moving out of music probably in the early 90s. I was kind of losing my exposure to all the stuff that was going on, because in the 90s my son was born, my daughter was born, life was busy, all that stuff, and I just was not as focused and aware of all the new music that was coming out. So Scott teases me when I say, Metallica is one of those newer bands. Newer to me because they were really, their rise to popularity was after the stuff that I listened to. But I'm just dating myself because
I would be the only person that would ever go on a date with me.
That's my concern, that it's a little bit too derivative, but I can't also deny my influences. So I knew that the intro that I was doing was reminiscent of All Right, but I knew that between the two of us, we would come up with something that was a little bit more original. And I think this does that. Now, I know there's another song that has an intro with that don't, but that's not just Kiss. The Rolling Stones also use that. I mean, you can't get away from the fact that there's only so many chords, so many notes, and so many rhythms, and things are going to get reused in different ways. There's nothing really original when you move out of rock and roll and you move into the full scope of music since the dawning of time. There's only so many sounds and rhythms that can exist, and yet there's infinite combinations, and that's the goal for me in songwriting, is to come up with something that is unique, to come up with something that's catchy, that's not derivative, but lives up to what IronFist is about, which is songs you've always known through music you've never heard before. So we're walking a thin line. We are a classic band from the 80s. We've been around since 82. but we don't want to be stuck in 1982 genre. So if you listen to our catalog, the 4 albums we have and all the singles, we present a pretty diverse catalog of music, I think. Iron Fist is a hard rock band, always has been, always will be, but that doesn't mean we're afraid to throw in some country or some Rat Pack style stuff, or of course the rock ballads and all of that stuff. So there's kind of that, we just want to follow the creative beat wherever it's going, not trying to stay up on latest trends, because there are no really latest trends unless you're into Taylor Swift, Kanye West, and whoever. I don't even know who these people are, so that shows how much I pay attention. But I think just following the spirit of the song and what the song is telling us it wants, and working with the collaborative effort. Scott mentioned that the teamwork makes the dream work. He didn't say that, I did, but it's really like he came up with that intro rhythm, and I'm going, yeah, I like that. And so here's what I hear we can do with that. I think he's going to love it. He may not, and that's okay, because egos are checked at the door when we're songwriting, well, in anything we do until we get on stage, and then egos go full bore, right? So I think that'll do it for this one. I've got to figure out how to stitch this whole episode together and make it something that makes some sense, but I think I'm going to stop there. I know Scott's working on more lyrical content, and I'm waiting,
Hint, hint.
to get some kind of a scratch finale track that I can dump into the DAW at the BPMs that he's looking for, and really start drilling down into hashing out the meat and potatoes of this song. Part of it is I'm thinking, guitar solo, what's that going to look like? So I'm curious, because I don't know. All right, that'll do it in this one. We will catch you on the next one. We'll be here. You should too. Rah!